I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today.
Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for this.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli, but I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people.
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide...
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that hotel invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun? Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been...
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However...
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have brewed...
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? See? Someone here knows how to encourage people. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me luck. Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. My suggestions were...
Oh, the two of you. Now, anyway...
That sounds like it might be...
How about I sample?
Speaking of eating... Oh, Huta was the one... Oh, Guoba... You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lent. As for Hutao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time. Seems like it's almost time.
Huh? Hutao went to fetch someone in could it be...
She didn't clarify. And as her
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Oh. I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of... The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. To convene here with all of you is indeed...
It's almost Lantern Rite, yet you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation...
Then why would you come all the way?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yenchao and received some spice.
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was...
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field, and is probably... I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no? Great. You two sit together.
You should take a seat too,
Oh, finally, when we arrived just now, the host at Shinue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
Paimon would have never guessed the person Hu Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked... You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations. Dispelling... Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person.
Whoa, everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Adeptus Xiao. My take, Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh.
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between... I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells.
What's your true...
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching Lantern. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it is...
Indeed. Exceptional act.
As for me, we all worked really hard cooking, helping with the and of course, everyone has done some... As the one who brought everyone to...
Huh? Sounds kinda self-important, but...
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of Demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh. I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
That does sound like what...
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
There might be other
Smart guy. Huh? It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the Guardian Yakshas. You know, just to be...
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague, nor could they escape. The Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and that is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's right. 1 point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him. You know him pretty well, huh?
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here... Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting...
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl?
Huh? What?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picked.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But now that I think of it, Xiangling told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
It sounds like you've heard the rumor.
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, and thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable.
Right! Wait, what?
Seeds of story.
And cultivated by... did Paimon just unconsciously complete that voice? Could it be?
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking. Don't just sit there, Zhongli.
No such need. You finally let me in. Hello, hello. No matter if we've met.
Oh, it's the tone-deaf bard.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat.
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers. Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it really okay for me to join in? Huh, it's you. Oh, isn't this Genyu?
Genyu?
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genyu's works. I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genyu's new novel as thoroughly... Venti, you're being too humble.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Yeah! Xiao, you remember me too, right? We had a chat not long...
Yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to... I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into this...
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, and bards go around singing wherever...
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody.
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if...
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive...
Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across from the sophisticated way he speaks. Xiao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable. Huh? Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's,
Hurry. I've actually heard a few things about Mr. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of...
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
Now you're making me... I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill. There's one I heard a while back that went... The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's
I think so too. The composition needs a... If I were to give it a go, an old melon on a vine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
You have great taste.
Of course!
Hey, Xingqiu! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference.
I don't think it's your fault.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the tone-deaf bard here?
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly resist the... Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think? As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once. Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor people are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just... The festival is in full swing and proceeding smooth. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the... In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like... We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt. But since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea, I'll give it... You're welcome. As the host of the... Considering that everyone may have...
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts. Should...
What's with the urgency? Sure.
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after...
Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then. Don't forget...
Are you all right? It's hard to describe. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink. The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them but this time... That's not what I meant. Or perhaps I should say Rex Lapis is really good at adapting to human life. You could say that he actually enjoys to, and that's something I might never be able to do. That does sound like something you would say. No matter. I know my circumstances. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels... Yes. The parlor director went out of her way with the invitation. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power. And I knew that you would be here, but I didn't expect the other guests to be... General Capisis always said that we should live in the but I think he meant design. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding.
You're not.
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the desserts. Paimon got so anxious that you weren't... to be honest, I was kind of worried. You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you were...
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait. There's another reason why I came looking for... Here, take these. I brought...
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the masterful chef, I heard him say that... I'll be honest. So I made a few when I told Guoba that I was making these for you.
Thank you for the trouble. There was no... I'll take them.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made...
Okay.
Alrighty, we should head back. sharing secrets to each other? So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon. How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, your dessert is all Paimon's.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business to take care of. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope. This is something I made up so that good luck will be up. Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the table. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense will signify continuous.
I see. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener. If knowledge were a form of...
But when it comes to having a way with words, then I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like Since we all get to nominate someone... I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Huh? That won't do. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. Now that we've enjoyed this table, it's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous Wanmin restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no...
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one? Please stop! If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds.
Huh? Don't get me involved in...
Oh, not a bad choice. With the
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish. But it's of lesser importance than good health, which means we should choose Chongyun,
Huh? Now you're not... I can't be the one when Adeptus Xiao has the most...
I refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here. You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observation. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Oh, that's right! Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other... No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again. Huh? Who else is there? Huh? Does that mean... Paimon? Oh, well, that would...
I agree. Paimon's just the one we need. Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonely. But once you have someone there to brighten up...
The traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite... Paimon plays an indispensable role.
You guys... those were genuine compliments, right? Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a while.
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
That isn't...
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba is to me.
Looks like we've come to an agreement.
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense. Here you go. Take the match. It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all...
Yep, the tea was amazing too.
You don't have to go up. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Chongyun back home. As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr. Zhongli. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime. It was great getting to know you all.
Let's meet. Bye. Oh. We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later.
Understood. See you later. Well then.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liyue Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Sha.
Heaven forbid. Not you too.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite music festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take the same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research from the evidence she found and the conclusion she made. Her area of research is already, but there are multiple sides to humans. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Shao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans, are something more akin to close companion. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Shao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved otherwise, so there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
I mean...
It looks like you understood what I meant. Ah. The director asked me to accompany you on your return, but I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director.
Bye, Zhongli. Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration ends. But at least you always stay by Paimon. No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinct? Good that you're aware. Shell, is there anything else you want to do?
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The events of today occurred so abruptly. Okay. I'll see you next time then.